That's a nice heavy panel. Holy smokes. That's a lot of dirt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
Watch your...
I told John if we're gonna get serious about really doing all the gravel for this driveway, we need to have a good game plan. And now that we have a good machine that's gonna really be able to get the rock out of the ground for us, we need a better path to get up to our quarry. We have a big obstacle that drives us crazy.
Let me see what you're looking at.
That is this rock right here.
Yeah.
This is the only way for us to get any machinery
Go
up.
stand on it. I need some reference.
This is the only way for us to get any machinery up to our quarry.
She's gone. She saw something.
So this rock is a pain because driving over it it's just all over the place. And when you have a load in the tractor or the skid steer barely gets over this the way that it is. The tractor, you can maneuver it, but the skid steer, you don't have as much
clearance.
Yeah. So we need to do something about this rock.
Yep.
And our options, we can't get it out with a backhoe. It's too big. We might do a combination of things. I'm going to get this grass off to start with so we can see what we're dealing with, where there's cracks and stuff. Maybe it's in pieces that we can pull some of it out. And then I think either we're going to do feather and wedges a little bit. We might try that. DEXPAN, we might do some of that. But I'm figuring, John said, well, why don't we just build up here and then have like a more smooth surface? I said, no, let's break up the rock and use it as base material for the driveway. There's quite a bit of rock here. So let's make use of it instead of covering it up.
All right, well, first things first. What, you want to hop in the and do the backhoe here? Just scrape around and clean it up, see what we're working with?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go get the generator. We're going to need something, right? If you're going to drill or if you're going to...
Jackhammer.
Jackhammer?
Yeah.
Okay. I've jackhammered this before. It's sedimentary, but it's tough to work with. But, you know, let's just give that a shot real quick. Maybe we'll just pop it apart quickly now that we're more experienced with that tool.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, and this just never gets sunlight over here. It's super cold. Like, I'm freezing right now. It's really cold. Ice lasts in this little area a long time. So we're gonna crack that down, crack this down, leave that, make the road, instead of turning this way, road comes this way and just left out. And we'll be in good shape. I'll take the skid steer later and then shape all this, and we'll have a decent road to carry some heavy material. Get those things up so that you're really nicely off the ground. That's how you're going to have the most power out of this thing. Get it up as high as you can go. See, now you have 3 points of contact. You're going to be super sturdy. You're not going to have that thing pulling the machine all over the place. If you get the wheels off the ground, that'll give you a lot better results on that end. You get excited because a piece rips off. It's probably from like a crack from like a frost line. Meg's got some skills going with the backhoe though. All right, we're gonna turn the tractor off. We're gonna get the breaker hammer going, which I just learned it's a breaker hammer, not a jackhammer. Anyway, it's a Harbor Freight Bauer breaker hammer. It weighs 35 pounds. We hook it to our generator, and it runs quite a while. Meg's pretty good at it, so. Meg, you up for doing it, or you want me to do it?
I'll do it. I need some earplugs, though.
Gotcha.
Ah. Mets.
Yep. That's good. Hey, don't forget you could throw up the, what do you call it? The throttle on there, and so your controls work a little quicker.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about that. It's all kind of running like a snail if you leave it on idle.
We're gonna try another approach. Jackhammer's taking too long. There you go. That's good. Where you going with that?
Huh?
Where you going with that?
Where should I go? Up the mountain or down the mountain? I don't know. Where should I put it?
Well, it would probably be good fill for the first switchback.
All right, I'll go put it by the other monster I grabbed. Oops, it's just a whoopsie.
A whoopsie, John calls it. The track came off.
We should definitely just DEXPAN this rock and then get the pieces out with this. Yeah, it slipped off on the inside, so it's kind of backwards. You think you got to drive forward to get the track on, but that's not what we want. I mean, I have a grip here on the front idler, if that's what you call it. See, this machine has a big idler here, and then it's got another one down below, and its drive is up here, and then it's got idlers down here. There's teeth on the track that go on each side of this idler, and that's what we need to get back on in place. So it seems like if we could get the track moving forward this way, because it is on over here on the drive and on the rear idlers, but so we need to get it pulled forward. This needs to push it forward, and hopefully it can be forced back on. Otherwise we have to compress this thing down to get the track in the right position, and then fill it up with grease to push it back out. I've never done this before. I'm just trying to figure out which direction I need to tell the thing to go.
Yeah, this is kind of a thing that happens with skid steers, and you just gotta learn how to know how to fix them.
So if the machine is moving forward, right? The machine is moving forward. I'm the ground and the machine's going this way.
Yep.
It would be turning this way, correct?
Correct.
So we have to drive forward.
You do. Yeah, driving it backwards
forward would push this direction, and hopefully, yeah, we'll see. So driving forward with only one track would mean I got to take the drive joystick, push it forward to the right while I'm in this position, because I'm off the ground right now. I got hung up on this rock behind me, and now I got this track just dangling here. So, and it weighs probably 300 pounds.
What are the guides inside made out of? Are they rubber?
What guides?
The...
No, they're metal teeth.
Oh.
Those are, I mean, they're coated with a little bit of rubber, but they never last.
Okay, do you want me to grab the crowbar and pull the track?
No, rip your arm off.
Okay.
So I need to go forward and to the right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens. Not doing anything? Wait a second. Forward and to the left, actually.
There you go. It's trying to go back on. Stop!
Out.
Hold on. I think you're making it worse.
What?
You made it worse.
How?
It's more off now.
Is it off? Apply grease only to increase track tension. I think we're gonna have to let the grease out.
Normally YouTube channels would cut out stuff like this, but things happen. We're gonna show you. Right, Sean?
Yeah. See, the back of the track is on. I want to leave it on. The front track, see, this whole thing slides in. If you open up the grease fitting and you apply force this way, it's going to squirt grease out down here. And then it's going to allow you room to get the track on. Once it's in the correct position, you add grease, which expands this section forward and tensions the track.
We gotta learn how to do this eventually anyway, because we're gonna be replacing the track soon.
Didn't even need it.
Oh my. That's pretty messy.
There's some friends in there, huh?
Something. I would say that hasn't been open in quite some time.
This plate was right here, okay, and I opened it up and it was just full of stuff, so I got it pretty much clean. Almost. So that's a grease fitting right there. It has a bolt. I'm going to loosen this bolt. By doing that, I'm going to allow the grease that was injected into this thing to escape. There's like a whole cylinder of grease here that puts pressure on that idler, and I think this whole assembly slides in and out. If you open it from here, you can then get something like the backhoe, put a chain on this and just pull it in this way, and you should see grease squirt out here, I think. I'm a newbie at all this stuff, so.
It's going in. Yeah, stop.
What do you mean stop?
It's fine. That's how much it's supposed to come out?
Yeah, relax.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was looking to see if it was moving, and then I wasn't looking at the grease.
All right, you want to just clean up the grease after the fact?
Sure.
Probably gonna need a lot of paper towel. Let me get this idler back in more. All right, what am I gonna do with all this grease now?
You could put it in that bottle.
I could put it in the bottle. Yep. Okay. Mind blown. Oh, that would have been... Stick the bottle on there before we did it in the first place.
We'll remember that next time.
Ah! Pro tip! Put a bottle over the hole before you squeeze the grease out.
We'll remember that next time.
I love these ideas after the fact.
Yeah, that's a really good angle. Get it over.
Happy, Meg. It'll be strong enough to push it past. Good. All right, let's put it in that way. As I'm turning the idler, the driver motor, as I'm turning that, you take the stick and pull it in.
Good. All right. We got it in a really good spot. I think we could get it with the crowbar now. Here, you come down. You're stronger.
Leave the track here?
Yeah, leave it. Oh, it's so close. If I lift the track on the top, honey,
Yeah.
let me try to do that.
Be careful, I just ripped up my arm.
Well, I'm gonna lift it, not pull it. Try to lift it. I can go at the same time as you if you want.
Sure.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Is it going anywhere?
Off the ground. Here's another idea. Let's just get it down and let's see if we could get this end up a little bit higher so we have more clearance too. I'm going to set the machine down.
How?
All right, so if I go, am I off the ground?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so close. Yay!
Turd.
High five. Oh, that was very dusty high five.
All right, so it's on.
Now we need grease.
Yeah, and I don't think
And a
we're-
very good plan of how you're getting out of here without doing it again. It's going out.
No way.
I can see it. Oh yeah, it's definitely going out. Very slowly, but each pump you do, it goes out a little bit.
I'm gonna have forearms like Popeye soon.
A long way to go. That's a lot of slack. It came in like a foot.
It's time to upgrade this guy. I got the small tubes in this gun.
But we'll keep that one because that was your dad's.
Yeah, I mean,
It's special.
not to put skid steer tracks on though. I'd need like 13 tubes.
We have equalized jiggling.
All right. I put 2 more pumps in for luck. Christ. All right, so, and that is exactly how you change, or you put back the track, retrack. That's how you put, yeah.
This is not a DIY. This is how John and Meg struggled for hours to do.
This is an
Why?
HWDI, how we did it.
Still trying to demolish this rock so we can safely get up to the quarry with the skid steer and the tractor without going over rocks. Time to pour the holes, John.
Yep.
Ooh.
I like this for the 1-inch holes. The 3/4 inch holes. So we're gonna try this with 3/4 and 1-inch.
Yeah, you could save quite a bit of DEXPAN doing
1-inch? Or even 3/4.
3/4. DEXPAN actually calls.
No, Maddie.
DEXPAN actually calls for an 1.5-inch hole.
Yep. Maddie, move.
Maddie, come here.
Just hold your breath or wear a mask. So for an 11-pound bag, it's 1.5 liters of water, which is 3 of these exactly, to the 1/10 of a fluid ounce. So easy measuring.
All right.
All right. Let's get this slurried up. Making some pancakes, Carmen.
So we're probably gonna use this whole bag on this rock, right?
I don't know.
Want me to be the funnel mover?
You're gonna have to hold the funnel when... Whoop.
Now what?
That worked. Now nothing. I guess we just waste the 2 ounces. Alright. Sorry about that.
Alright, well.
We good there?
Yeah. I would go slow. Here, I'll do this so I can see. Okay, stop. Not all the way to the top.
There's 3 on this one.
I don't think we need to go all the way to the top, do you? I mean, that part's already broken, right? Technically.
I say you fill it up, Meg.
Go. Alright, I mean stop.
Go and stop. Good thing we're not driving.
Here.
Is that a 3/4? What is that?
An inch.
That's a 1 inch.
Stop. Yeah.
Easy, tiger. You're my tiger. All right, Meg, don't stand on top of the DEXPAN. The manufacturer clearly states that it can blow out at any time.
Okay.
You don't want that going up your bottom.
No.
All right. We have crackage. So this is the rock near the barn, okay? We have crackage. It's not an overnight deal. It's like, it takes a few days. And we got other cracks around in the area. Okay. Let's go grab our machines and get to work.
We're still, we still don't have a name for the skid steer. We're trying out Taco. We kind of like Taco. What do you guys think? Ricky and Taco?
So weather's coming.
Yeah.
And what we're doing. So,
oh, that was our rock.
Oh yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah! That's a crack. That's a big crack.
Look at this one.
That's good.
Yeah, crack more.
And crack more up there.
I wonder if the rain will actually help kind of
It might.
you know, we should just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Let's leave it alone because there's DEXPAN in here, and if it rains it'll kind of flood back in there, maybe compact and expand again, because DEXPAN says that you can, if you're not satisfied with your crack, you can just add some water and recompact it, and it's somewhat reusable. Okay, all right guys, exciting things happening today. First of all, that thing, check it out. All right, thank you to Meg's cousin, hooked us up with that tank. Long story short, well, I'll share this information. That tank is a double chamber tank. It's going to go next to the house site, and we got it for $400. That's a $1,700 tank without it being shipped. So we went and picked it up in Tennessee, where Meg's cousin lives. And Tyler, you're the man. I don't care what Elaine says. Anyway, we're gonna let me get that out of the way because I got to make room for a big truck coming. Let's do my backup skills. Were you watching the whole time? Were you? Okay, there goes Carmen. She's off. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? You checking out the water? You smell a mole. Hey, 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 get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. All right, so we got it up there. Okay, so the story, for those of you who don't know, this tank is going up next to the house site. Okay, that goes up to the house site. This will be the main deposit for the house. It is a chamber tank, and how this works, basically the house will drain gravity directly into this tank, and it will come all the way down that mountain, all the way down, and it will ultimately end up in those tanks right there. Here, I'll show you. This tank right here with the white cap here, that is the main tank. That's the first tank it feeds into, and then it scoots over. There's a chamber, well, there's a line between this tank and that tank. They're each 1,000 gallons, and this tank has a chamber in it and an electric pump. When the float switch reaches a certain level on the clear water, the effluent water, it shoots it all the way up behind the shed. There's a hill over there that we seeded with grass. That's our leach field. So it pumps it out, and then the float switch inside of there, it gets to a certain point and it stops, and then it accumulates and it goes on and on and on. So that tank there that we just got is going to go up the mountain, and it will be all downhill from here except for this last little section right here. We're going to get it all the way there, all the way downhill, and then it comes up. You could have one dip in your line. I asked our septic pro and the soil engineer. You could have one dip there, and there will be enough to push that effluence, because it's basically clear water. You're not dealing with any solids whatsoever. So it will push it into that tank there. And what I did, I was smart. I went ahead and created this pipe here. Now this pipe is going to, why it's sitting randomly here in the yard, this pipe, if I just uncapped this and poured liquid into it, it would end up in the first tank. So I ran this ahead of time, thinking that I don't want to destroy the whole yard when it comes time to hooking up the house up to our septic system here. So I went ahead, put this thing in, and so what I'm going to do is run the line, and then down there I'll come up this way right to here, and then we will feed the first septic tank that way. So that is ready to receive it. We'll need a 3-inch pipe coming all the way here. Now I called our septic guy, the guy who put in the tanks, and this was their recommendation. We wanted a plastic tank because we are not going to get a cement tank all the way up the mountain that way. Probably would be very difficult to deliver, and the guy who installed it advised we get a shallow plastic tank, and that's what we did. So it's a chamber, it'll hold solids, separate effluents, and let the effluents come downhill. Okay, and there's the leach field. If you guys don't know, it's all the way up there. Our leach field is 100 feet long, and there's 5 100-foot channels. The distribution box is right up there, so it gets pumped up there into a distribution box, and all the fluid overflows into 5 channels, and it floods that whole field up there. Whew. All right, Maddie. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the see, I got a little problem here. Not an actual problem, but I got a problem. I got a skid steer in here, and I also have a tractor, and I have attachments, and I just bought new attachments for the skid steer, and I bought new tracks. I bought a lot of stuff. It's getting kind of cramped in this barn, so I'm just gonna let this roll, and you could just watch what's involved here getting all this stuff out. So a bucket on Ricky. Look at that thing. Oh, Ricky. That's funny as hell. Okay. You know, he could lift all the material in there too, I'll tell you what. You take a full scoop of that, no problem. I wish I had a pile to prove it right now. But this little tractor could certainly handle that bucket. Oh man. Okay, so that's Ricky's bucket. Okay, he's got the piranha bar on there. What I'm gonna do here, I wanted to give you a close-up of this bucket. It needs some love. I'm gonna bash these down, tack them up. That's just really for your feet. I don't know if they provide any reinforcement or not, but that needs to be cleaned up, bashed down, a little tack, a little weld action going on. I am concerned about this though, and I went ahead and ordered a new cutting edge. See how jacked up that is? I went ahead and ordered a 6" by 72" long cutting edge. So this bucket is 60 inches. I ordered a 72 so that I could cut this off. And then I wish I could show you this bucket underneath. Here, let's do that real quick. I'll show you what's going on. I just ordered this cutting edge yesterday. And I ordered a couple other things for the skid steer. Okay, so I ordered a couple things for the skid steer. Number one, I didn't want to destroy this bucket, so we're going to cut off this cutting edge, replace it with a 5/8 inch thick hardened carbon steel cutting edge that I got from Titan Attachments. I ordered it 72 inches long. This is only a 60-inch bucket, but I ordered it that long so I would have some extra material to overlap these edges here and make the corners really nice and new. And yeah, this is just very thin at the end, and it's getting really, it's almost getting serrated. It's just super thin, it's gonna break. And I just did see a crack. So I'm getting that, and then I went ahead and ordered 2 buckets for the skid steer. Number one is a skeleton bucket for all the rock work, and just to have something super heavy and strong to just dominate. You know, I wanna take the skid steer and just grade, just do an initial land disturbance with it for the house site, for the driveway, for like everything. And that thing has just some gnarly teeth on it, and it'll separate some of the big rocks out of the soil initially. So we got that, and then I also ordered a heavy duty stump bucket. All right, so that is coming. What's wrong, honey? Mommy left. She'll be back later. It's just us, okay? What? What is it? I have nothing. Nothing here. It's just a bucket. We got Ricky on a job here. All right, we're gonna, so here's the plan. This rock and that rock there, we've DEXPAN'd, okay? We put a couple 3/4 inch holes just for testing purposes. I'm not gonna do that again because I don't think it worked as good, but we did a hole here, we did a hole there. Where else? And there was one here, and on this rock, that's all we did. And we got these pretty good cracks, okay? This rock, I started out with a couple 1-inch holes. These are 1-inch holes. That's a 1-inch, and that's just me pecking around. That's a 1-inch hole, and look at the difference in the size of the crack. And that's a 3/4, see? So we're gonna be using 1-inch holes from now on. I believe the manufacturer recommends 1.5 inches, so take it for what you want. But anyway, this is cracked all the way through. I don't know if you can, there you go. All right. So all the way through we have Krakatoa. That's an extra hole. There was a hole here. I don't know why I drilled 2. I guess I forgot I did that one. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna peck around with Ricky here and see what we can do. Here's the problem with Ricky, with the tractor. I can definitely get over here. I just kind of like go walk over it. Ricky can go anywhere. Now the skid steer, on the other hand, No, you're gonna knock a track off easily, going over rocks and stuff like that. Well, rocks like this. Now, yeah, I could have just filled over them and everything, but I want to clean up this area and just make it more enjoyable, because up there is where I'm getting my rock material for the driveway. So I want to come down, and instead of going like this and around, I want to basically just straight shoot it right there. So that's why I DEXPAN this side of the rock and most of that rock. Okay, so I'm going to come with the skid steer and just make a left turn and forget about zigzagging around. Alright, before I go any further, I want to show you that. That's cool. I don't know if you could tell from there, but that is wild, man. That's cool. It's like a purple stone. Any geologists know what this is? That's pretty neat. Let's see how far down we go. Alright, come closer. I want to show you this. Oh, come here. Look at the DEXPAN. It's still kind of... How does it work like that? That is crazy. That is just too cool. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Alright, so once you start pecking away here, I'm going to peck away next at this one. I don't know why I keep saying peck, but that's what I'm doing. I'd like for something to just be easy once. Just one time. Alright, I'm going to go get the jackhammer. See, I mean, I think if I just get the jackhammer in here and just get it right into one of these fault lines, we'll get some results. Let's go get it. Holy cow. Get it? I pulled out this clump of grass. It just kept on coming. That's funny. Okay. It's gotta be backhoe time, right? It's gotta be. Now, sometimes a big hunkin' wedge is better than anything else. That's Meg's wedge. Should write Meg on it. Alright, let's see if I can get the backhoe in there and yank this part of the rock out. I probably need to excavate a little bit on this side. Give it another whack here. Oh, that's moving. Okay, let's yank. Come on, Ricky, I need you, bro. Get Meg's wedge back. Boy, Ricky! That's my man! Alright, we found the bottom, folks. And I'm going to say something else. And this is very interesting. And this is probably directed at DEXPAN. You guys don't give yourselves enough credit. You really don't. Because... Wow, look at that thing. What a rock. I think that's gonna get moved into the creek somewhere. That'll look cool. Alright. Good girl, Carmen. Alright, that's the walnut tree. I'll leave that root down there. I'll just put it back in the ground. I'm gonna try not to break it. Man. All right, cool. So guys, look, here's the deal. All right. See that? First of all, that's probably someone's old black powder hole that didn't work. And this is my DEXPAN hole, which is, dude, if I was to guess, that's about a 2-inch hole right there. My DEXPAN hole, this one was, wow, that's crazy. I know you could get burned, whatever. That was a 3/4. That's funny. Okay, and the other interesting part is DEXPAN recommends that you penetrate your material to 80 to 90%, and I don't think I'm anywhere near that. It still had enough compression to break this rock apart. I don't know what that thing was, but whoever dug that had quite the machine. I don't have one of those. Man, that'd be cool. I should take a sample, see if there's any, like, I don't know how you could, whatever. Okay, so that's a nice size rock that Ricky just pulled out. Whoa, whoa, falling. I gotta go get my other boots on, my rubber boots. Yep, there's my boot. Ricky just pulled that thing out. All right, we're gonna mush on forward. Here, Meg, I'll show you what I did. Grass is actually growing. Wow. All right, little daffodils. I think I'm gonna go like that. Where's Ricky? All right. That's what I'm gonna do. Good boy, Ricky. The guy that dropped off the skid steer, I had to tell him not to go into this ditch. I had that tree branch there I stick up like a flagpole, but it fell. All right, now we got a rock. We'll see what Meg thinks. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. I thought maybe that crack continued all the way through. Here's what I got so far. We got a serious canyon here. I thought it went all the way through that one. We'll see. I don't know if that's what it is though. It probably is. Oh yeah. Oh. Yep. Yeehaw. Ugh. cracked out. Came from right there. See it? Right there, cracked. I don't know what the deal is with this one, where it's running, but something's, man, I hope this whole thing comes out right here. I really hope this is one piece, guys. I really do. That'd be killer. Let's beat the heck out of it with a hammer. Got a serious crack right here. All right, starting to make some progress, guys. That was a big rock. Skid steer really didn't have an issue with it. Jeez, that's cool. So I think it cracked it. I don't know. I don't know if that was a separate rock from this one or if I cracked it or what. Let's see what the next piece is. Next piece, I think I'm gonna take off a chunk here, and then this part should fall. And then make way for the rest of that one. So yeah, let's get at it. Road's getting wider and wider. Okay, another piece out of the mix. Yummy. Okay, here's what we look like, guys. It's quite a big difference. Whew. Yeah. I know I was out of frame, but I just took the rock over there next to the Jeep, and Meg is working on her video in the camper right there, and I could see her look of concern. It was pretty cute. Okay. Trying to get that rock out now. new tracks. Got some new tracks. Got these from United Skid Tracks. They arrived in 3 days. Good job. All right, so we got the big blocky tracks. They're supposedly really great for what we're trying to use this machine for. We're replacing our tracks. I mean, the amount of rubber on these versus those, I'm glad I got them. So, okay, this, so in this episode, you watched me put on a track that had fallen off. Later on that afternoon, the other one fell off. And it took me 20 minutes to put that thing on, and all I used was my brute force of hands, and I had a chain on it, but I didn't have to use the backhoe or any other machine. So I'm going to put these on in the same fashion next episode, and we'll get into it so I can show you what I learned. I learned a lot from struggling with that first track that got knocked off. The second one came off, and then that one was no big deal whatsoever. So I definitely learned the right way to do it, I think. So these we're gonna get on, but first we're gonna go fight the rest of that rock, get it out of the way, and yeah, let's get to it.
Unfortunately, this rock has proven to be more difficult than we had anticipated. John was doing great by himself yesterday. It was coming apart great, but now that I'm home, it's not working so great. And I know you guys want an episode today, so we need to cut it here. And John, you have a plan going forward though?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something about DEXPAN. DEXPAN creates your initial cracks in the rock. Every crack we've had, I've had a cylinder of DEXPAN that gets excavated out. I'm just gonna, basically it does that for you, and it allows you to get wedges in there and make the cracks bigger and then move the rocks. That's where I'm at right now. I got a little, this is about another half to do on this rock. And then we'll have a nice area to drive through. So just because DEXPAN cracks it doesn't necessarily mean
the job's done.
Yeah, it's kind of like the job has just started, because then you have to work with those cracks. So, you know.
We're getting there though.
Yeah, you could easily, if you want, I mean, bore more holes this way and then have DEXPAN crack it apart even more, and then that might be a little bit easier. But anyway. So I'm gonna get at this. We'll show you where we're at next week with it. I really want this just opened up and the trail going up that way. We'll see how stubborn this is, but and we'll be putting on the tracks on the new skid steer. And yeah, hopefully last winter storm this weekend too here.
Yeah.
All right, so stay warm. We'll see you next week. See you guys. So I guess my next move is probably jacking this off. Let's say that again. I guess my next move is jackhammering this part off. Meg, did you oh man. Jacking this part off. Good one, John. Good one. Okay. So the next part is jacking. Oh, forget it. Who cares anyway? Oh man.
That's not that bad.
You want me to cut? It's not a sausage. You should just keep that for general purpose, like in the shed grease.
Oh, yeah. It's thick.
Yeah. That looks like the same grease I use on the tractor stuff. Wow, you got it all.
Most of it.
Meg, you should probably just turn the glove inside out and call it a day. You're having fun, aren't you? Oh, man. Meg?
What?
You're sick, you know that? You just rolled.
Oh, man. What do you want me to do?
Now listen. Okay, listen. Don't pull too hard with this chain. This is the chain we found on the road. Can you hand this to Ricky when I'm ready to grab it?
Sure.
What is it, Ricky? You want a big bucket? Ricky wants a big bucket. That thing looks gnarly on here.